Picture this: a grand castle, a dashing king, and a love story for the ages, or so the fairy tales claim. But medieval royal marriages were no romance novel. Across Europe, from the misty shores of England to the sun-scorched plains of the Ottoman Empire, kings bent marriage rules to their will. For Western Christian kings, the Catholic Church demanded one wife at a time. No divorce, just devotion, often sealed with a beheading rather than a breakup. Yet, behind the gilded thrones, a darker truth simmered. Could a king's heart, or ambition, really stay loyal? Some kings clung to one wife with knightly honor, but others hoarded spouses like treasures. Enter Henry VIII of England, 6 wives, a tally so infamous it birthed a rhyme: divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. His break with the church to chase new brides shocked Europe. In the East, Ottoman sultans like Ibrahim I amassed harems of over 200 women, while Genghis Khan's conquests left a legacy of 16 million descendants. These weren't marriages, they were power plays. How many wives would you tolerate for a crown? Not all royal unions made it to the history books. Norse kings sealed, hand-fast marriages, culturally valid but ignored by the church. Unofficial wives, concubines, and lovers padded the royal bedchambers. Averaging officially recognized marriages, Western kings ranged from 1 to 3, with outliers like Henry skewing the count. In polygamous lands, double digits were common. But who counted these shadowy brides? The truth lies buried in forgotten ceremonies. Life expectancy turned marriage into a grim lottery. Queens often died in childbirth, pushing kings to remarry for heirs. Ferdinand II of Aragon lost his first wife young, paving the way for his power couple union with Isabella. Each new bride was a gamble. Would she survive to bear a son? The clock ticked louder with every royal crib left empty. Could you handle such high stakes? A luxury kings couldn't afford. Royal marriages were cold, calculated deals. A bride from a rival kingdom could end wars. A dowry of 30 wagon loads of gold could fund an army. Noble families groomed daughters with tutors in music and courtly arts, turning them into pawns on a geopolitical chessboard. The prize? Peace, land, or a treasury's worth of jewels. What price would you pay for power? Romance took a back seat to practicality. Royal brides faced physical exams: hips for childbearing, teeth for health, skin for purity. Physicians scrutinized family fertility, while matchmakers traced bloodlines to avoid scandal. A 12-year-old girl might wed a 40-year-old king, her youth a strategy for more heirs. Medieval dating was less about candlelit dinners and more about royal checklists. Would you pass the test? Kings needed heirs like knights needed swords. Royal families swelled, 15 legitimate children for one English king, plus extras outside wedlock. Sons secured thrones, daughters sealed alliances. But with 1/3 of royal children dying before age 5, the pressure was relentless. Too many sons sparked fratricidal wars, while daughters were traded like diplomatic currency. Could your family survive such a dynasty? Where queens lived reflected their status. The main queen reigned in palace apartments, surrounded by 200 servants, while secondary wives languished in distant castles or convents. Ottoman harems housed thousands in secluded luxury, where women ruled the daily grind. Exiled queens rotted in remote fortresses. Every room was a battleground for influence. Who would you trust in this royal maze? The king's bed was a political prize. Mistresses, often ladies-in-waiting, wielded power, bribing guards for access. One French king juggled 70 lovers, while Ottoman sultans chose brides to impress allies. Queens tolerated it, sometimes picking mistresses to keep control. Love was a weapon, and the bedchamber its battlefield. Could you navigate this scandalous court? Behind every throne stood women, queens, mistresses, and mothers, shaping kingdoms. A queen mother's wisdom outranked a king's whim. A mistress's favor shifted policies. Rivalries fueled wars, alliances built empires. Their influence, often overlooked, was the true power of the crown. Could you rule from the shadows? Subscribe for more untold tales.